Hello there. Seth Holocron here from the Dongers of Runeterra. I hope you are doing okay, and this is another Donger deck discussion, this time built around several cards don't get played that often. So let me explain my thought process of my new deck. So there are a lot of champions that get played a lot. So at the minute, Ezreal is everywhere as we come to the end of the Bilgewater meta before Targon hits in a few weeks. And I thought, is there any sort of character, especially a champion, and cards that are not really being used in the meta right now, can we put them in and make a solid deck with them? And I love challenges like this. It's what keeps me interested and involved in this amazing game called Legends of Runeterra. So I thought the only deck that Quinn is in is with Misfortune, and it's not even got her name in it. It's MF Scouts, and the premise being you scout ahead to level up Misfortune. Leveling up, you might get Quinn leveled, you might not get Quinn leveled, but you might get Quinn leveled. I thought, okay, so that's Demacia. What else will aid this win condition? And let's have a look at the deck I'm calling Quinns Dawnspeakers. And that's the card we built the deck around. So, we went Shadow Isles with Demacia, and we put in a very solid core of very good cards, and I had Callista in it, and then I stopped and I reversed everything and went no, why don't we try and make this a deck that even newer players can get? So you can get Quinn, get the 3 Quinns and a third Elise, and this deck is really cheap to make. So there are not an awful lot of expensive cards in this deck. But we'll go through the deck. As I say, I'm a massive Shadow Isles fan, so I picked cards that I genuinely think are fantastic, but I also specifically put these cards in because I think it aids our win condition, which is through the Dawnspeakers, and we'll get to Dawnspeakers halfway through the deck review. So my Shadow Isles stuff. You cannot go past Ravenous Butcher, Hapless Aristocrat, and Cursed Keeper. If you get either one of these in your opening hand and a Ravenous Butcher, you can kill this to make a spider. You get your 3/2 and a spider, 2 units for 1 mana. Or if you get this, you put the Aristocrat out, kill it, you get a spider, you put this down, put that over the top of them, you now get a 4/3 and a 3/2 and a 1/1. It's round 2. You've 3 units. That's brilliant. And then, as I said, everybody's favourite, probably first deck you made, had Elise. You're not really going to level her up. Not really. We are not going to be running Vile Feast to make a spider. The only spiders that are coming through here are from the death of Hapless Aristocrat. We are not that. What Elise is a fearsome unit. So nothing under 3 power can even begin to look at her. So early doors, Elise gives you board presence, an additional spider when she attacks, and this is all good. This is all good because of Dawnspeakers. Remember, the little spider is only a 1/1. That's what you get when he goes, but he's only a 1/1. The deck dies a lot, which is why initially I had Callista in mind, or Thresh, but actually went Elise because we needed an early board state threat, and Elise will take things to the face. She will die quite a bit. Again, so the first couple of cards here are all Shadow Isles. Glimpse is wonderful. You kill an ally, you draw 2 cards. Brilliant if your hand is bricked. It's just a very good staple card as a 3 of in most Shadow Isles decks. And then, as we went through, we will I've put in 3 single combats. In my opinion, one of the best 2 mana spells in the game. And we've also put in Black Spear. So if an ally died this round, deal 3 to a unit. So it's a bit like we know our units will die. If there's a big unit or a champion out there that needs to die, so if there's an Elise or a Lucian or a Fiora or a Callista, you know, you can actually knock that right off the board for a spider dying. That's really, really, really important. Because like all Shadow Wilds decks, death is your win condition. And now we get to this card. And I really like this card. Now, this is the expensive card. This is a purple. It is utterly brilliant though. So at the round end, you grant every ally 1/1 if an ally has died this round. That's +1 power and +1 health. In most Quinn decks, you throw out people expecting them to die so that then you can throw things out. So that's why Quinn has normally been seen in Scout decks. You throw them out, then you throw out everything else in the next turn. But it's like suicide missions, and we don't want suicide missions. We actually, believe it or not, want a lot of our things to continue to live. So bearing in mind, little things can die. But let's see the rest of the deck. And the rest of the deck's really quite interesting, because we've put in 2 of the Undying. Now the Undying can't block. A bit like the Cursed Keeper. It can't block at all. But what it does is if it does get killed, it gets revived at the next start of the next round and grant me 1/1 for every time I've died. So you can throw this out with impunity, keep throwing it out with impunity, throw it out again with impunity. You can kill it and make it a 3/3 with Black Spear or single combat, or there are ways to kill in here, including this Wonder Giant. For 3/3 to kill an ally and then revive it is phenomenally good. Like, it's not just slightly good. For 4 mana, it is wonderful. You get a 3/3, and if you put that over the Undying, it not only dies, you get 1 extra back and another 1. That's brilliant. If you've got a Cursed Keeper, kill it. It's no longer a 1/1 that can't block. It's now a 4/3. Our units are now doing things. They're doing things a lot. And keep remembering the whole concept of the deck. Grant other allies 1/1 if an ally died this round. Let us look what we have. That kills things. That will die easily. That you want to die easily. That kills things. This will kill things. That kills things. The Chronicler of Ruin kills things. And the next one, which is a 3-off, which is one of the very best Demacia 4 drops in the game, Grizzled Ranger, is a 3/1 scout. You throw out the scout. He dies. He turns into a Badger Bear with 3/4. Again, triggering off the Dawnspeakers. So the Dawnspeakers are actually the critical card of this deck. But because we have a few scouts in here, and Quinn, most people forget that she is a scout herself. Added to which, when you put her on the board, you get Valor, which is a challenger scout to take things off. She's going to die, and you've only got to attack 4 times. That's exactly the same level up as Misfortune. We will get her leveled right and sharpish. You'll actually get to see her level up animation. And there's quite a few people in this game who haven't even seen it. That's why she's in the deck. That's a champion that doesn't get played too much. She's getting played. And the fact that she brings another unit for her 5 cost is fantastic. And then we are, of course, as we've reiterated through the whole thing, units will die. And if you have something out then the next two cards are fantastic, because Radiant Guardian gives you lifesteal and toughness if an ally died this round. It's all based on please die, we get better things. That's what Shadow Wilds does, and it does it fantastically well with Demacia. Can you imagine this becoming a 6/6, a 7/7, an 8/8 lifesteal? Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. The ideal thing is for you to have a unit die every single round from the minute you get Dawnspeakers down. So round 3, you want to definitely be getting a Dawnspeakers down. It's a terrible stat line. It's 1/4, but it stays around because you don't ever throw it out. You don't ever throw it out. You don't need to throw it out. But the longer this game goes on, if you get 2 of these out, then it's +2/+2. It stacks. It's fantastic. And then we have Genevieve, who, when summoned, gives all allies +1/+1 that round. She's also a scout. She's a 5/5 unit. She also has Challenger. Fantastico. Fantastico. There are possibilities that Cytherea may be better, but in my opinion, for this deck, being a scout, we have got what we need. But while Misfortune is the only Bilgewater character in MF Scouts, and the rest is just a pure on-curve Demacia deck, as you can see from this, we are much more using the Shadow Isles versions of cards and spells to ensure that we are using Dawnspeakers to their fullest potential. And the final one is I'm beginning to fall back in love with Vengeance again, because Vengeance is great. And if you get a They Who Endure or a massive Nautilus, or as we're seeing in the end of this meta, a whole load of stun and recall things, and the general coming out at like a 15/15, well, by the time he comes out, the Vengeance will just take him clean off the board. Absolutely off the board. Brilliant for stopping massive units. Yes, it'll probably be all your mana, but you'll be so much happier that when you throw out your scouts and you're attacking again, you're not having to try and get past something around the 12 power, 13 power and health units that you can face in this game. So this is my Quinns Dawnspeakers deck. I will take the Deckcode from here and clip it to the board. The Deckcode's in the pinned comments. An invite to the Dongers of Runeterra's Discord, where we have cups and leagues and goodness knows what else going on. It's a fun place to be. It's all Legends of Runeterra all the time. My name is Sith Holocron. Thank you very much for watching. Take the deck out for a spin. It's actually really decent. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. That would be really excellent. You can also subscribe. That would be even better. And as we always do at the end of every video, we've got one thing to say. My name's Sith Holocron. Dongers out.